Hi, my name is Jordan Call, and this is my personal goals video presentation. So, a little bit about me and who I am. I was born and raised in Shawnee, Kansas, and attended and graduated from Shawnee Mission Northwest. I then went to Pittsburgh State University to get my education degree. Um, and I actually graduated in December of 2012. And so since I graduated mid-year, I started working at Turner USD 202 as a para for the spring semester of 2013. And then in the fall of 2013 was my first year teaching in Turner USD 202. And the first year I taught third grade. And then I also went on to teach fourth grade at Turner as well. And then I went on to teach at Baser, which is where we currently live. My husband is born and raised in Baser. His whole family has lived here for years and generations. His grandpa even went to school and graduated here in Baser. So they are longtime Baser residents, and we have lived here for the duration of our marriage now. And so I went on to teach at Baser, taught there for a couple of years, teaching first and third grades, and then moved on to Greenbush Virtual Academy. This is my second year at Greenbush Virtual Academy. Last year was actually the first year for their elementary virtual program. Before that, they had a secondary program that's been going for years. But last year was the first year that the elementary program had began. And mostly kind of due to the COVID situation and trying to help out districts that didn't have virtual options of their own at the time. So this is my second year with them, both years in third grade, and I've had an absolutely incredible experience working at Greenbush so far. The people are just absolutely incredible and some of the best people I have ever worked with. So I've really enjoyed my time with Greenbush and hope to spend many more years here. So total years teaching, I've been teaching 7 years. I graduated in 2012, so there should be some more years in there. However, I got married, had a couple kiddos. I stayed home with them for a few years and then went back into teaching. So that's why there's that little gap there. But my husband, Austin, and I, you can see us in that picture there. We've been married for 10 years this year. We have a daughter, Brecklin, who is 7, and a son, Corbin, who is 4. We also have 3 dogs. We are a dog-loving family. You can probably see them. There's one of them behind me now. But we have 3 dogs. We have Sadie, this black English bulldog here, and she is 3 years old. We have Gunner, this brindle English bulldog, and he is 11 or 12 years old. We adopted him when he was about 8 years old. So he's been with us with a few years now, and he's a sweet guy. And then we just recently, within the last month, got Dusty, and he is a little mini Dachshund here. And he is super sweet. He's by far the easiest puppy we have ever had. So that's fun. Some hobbies that we have, we love traveling. We love being out on the lake on our boat. You can pretty much catch us there at the lake every weekend in the summer. We also love riding our ATVs and dirt bikes. And then I, of course, love shopping. I think it's fun. Moving on to personal goals. So in 1 to 5 years, I hope to work on my proficiency. I am just a busy person. I always have been my whole life. And sometimes I'm like that yes person that just says, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can get it done. And then sometimes, I kind of overdo myself. And so I want to work on being purposeful, being proficient in what I've planned to do, and just really work on getting some systems put in place to help me be even more successful with future tasks that I take on. Another thing I want to work on is my health and fitness. Obviously, I'm not getting any younger, so I really want to work on losing some weight, getting fit so that I can feel better all around. I want to finish some major house renovations. When we first got married, we had bought a fixer-upper house, and we flipped it and sold it and made a really good profit. This house that we're currently in, we've also flipped, and there's some more big renovations that we'd like to do. And then possibly sell it and move. We're not quite sure yet if we want to stay here, for quite a while, or if we're wanting to move and make a profit and then buy maybe some land. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And then I'd also like to pay off our debt. In 6 to 10 years, I hope to be debt free. I hope to be traveling more. We do travel at least probably once a year as is, but I would love to travel more and show my kids more. Once we become debt free, I'd like to be able to just give them those experiences a little more often. In 6 to 10 years, I also hope to invest in more real estate. I would love to have some rental properties to manage and kind of invest in that for long-term retirement goals that we have. And then we would like to own some land. In 10 plus years, I hope to own multiple real estate properties, looking at retirement eventually later on, and then just traveling as much as possible. It's a passion of mine. And honestly, if I could live in an RV and take my kids and just travel around the US, we would totally do it. I would do it in a heartbeat. So maybe one day we will get to do that. Professional goals. So in 1 to 5 years, so the top one there, college professor, used to be like a huge goal of mine, something I really wanted to do. And not that I don't want to do it, I'm still super interested in it. However, now that I work for Greenbush, I just absolutely love Greenbush and I don't ever want to leave unless absolutely necessary. I would love to just continue to kind of climb the ladder, I guess you'd say, at Greenbush and just get a leadership role at Greenbush, maybe a coach or something like that, and then kind of work my way up within Greenbush. And then I'd also like to get my second master's degree through Fort Hays. I think I just need a handful of classes to complete that. So I would love to get that checked off my list. In 6 to 10 years, I hope to be in an administration role, hopefully at Greenbush. Like I said, at this point in my life, I don't plan on ever leaving Greenbush. But we'll see. Things change. So we'll see what happens in that time frame. But I definitely would like to see myself in some type of administration role within that 6 to 10 years time frame there. And then 10 years plus, I hope to be doing some district level work, maybe doing, some presentations at different educational events and things like that. So why Fort Hays? The number one thing for me when I had started the program was cost. So I actually started the program a number of years ago. And then kind of stopped because I had my son and he was premature and needed a lot of my attention. And so I kind of had a time lapse between when I should have graduated and now. And so back then, cost was a huge factor on why I chose Fort Hays. I felt like it was decently affordable and it was still a local school not too far from me. I also had a lot of people recommend Fort Hays, different people that I had worked with in both school districts, actually, Turner and Basehor, and they had recommended Fort Hays for various reasons as well. I also liked how it was fairly self-paced. Obviously, there's the different courses that you have to take and check off your list, but I was able, for the most part, to pick and choose how that was done. And then the assignments, I just felt like were super friendly for the working person. I was able to work and do my job, but also get the assignments done without feeling totally overwhelmed. And then I also felt like it was engaging and meaningful classwork. I felt like it was stuff that maybe I hadn't already learned, such as like the law class and things like that. And they kind of went more in depth and it was super interesting. And I also like how a lot of the classwork tied into what I was already doing in the classroom and things that I could take back to the classroom. So that was awesome. And then I just had some final thoughts about Fort Hays. My overall experience at Fort Hays has been absolutely incredible. Dr. Moody in particular has always been, just an email away if I have any questions and things like that. So that has been really awesome. And all of my courseworks, all of my professors, I don't have any complaints about any of that. My only hang up with completing my degree, it was the e-portfolio process. I am someone who learns by seeing and doing. And so completing this e-portfolio without really being able to see a fully complete one, I guess, was hard for me. And I think it was hard for me basically because I just overthink everything. And so I think it's all on me because I do feel like Dr. Moody does a great job of explaining it and answering questions and all that. I think I just get caught up in my own head with getting this done and what all it takes. So that's the only part for me that was has been a little bit, a little bit stressful here and there. But otherwise, I absolutely loved my experience at Fort Hays and would recommend this program time and time again to anyone I know. So thank you.